Shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and honors to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. And this is just yet another example as to why the earth needs righteous rulership. The current ruler, the current authority, which is the so-called white man, the Edomite, they're the ones with the power and the authority. They pretty much control every industry, whether it be public or private. They control pretty much everything in the society. All right. That's why the scripture says in Micah 2:1, in fact, let's get that real quick. They're the so-called social engineers. All right, through their media, the educational system, politics, all these various avenues, they can actually influence the people. All right, and their vibration and their influence is nothing but of sin, because they're the so-called white man is the man of sin, and he ain't gonna influence or try and move the people to do that which is right. That's not his spirit. His spirit is of evil, is of wickedness. This is Micah 2:1. It says, "Woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand." These Edomites, man, beginning with the super elite, they got the money and the power and the authority to push their vibration out on the world. And that's actually one of the meanings of rulership. When you rule, you basically have the power to make the people like yourself. That's why when Israel is in rulership, we are going to force the world to walk under our vibration, which is a vibration of righteousness, because that is what it means to rule. Esau is ruling, so he's pushing the people to walk after his ways, which is the way of evil. All right. But here it is. You got this. It says, this is from the Daily Mail. Oh, I hate when that happens. School has 17 children changing gender as teacher says vulnerable pupils are being tricked into believing they are the wrong sex. Right, and all of this comes straight out of the Tavistock Institute. This whole homosexual and transgender agenda, which is being pushed out like crack out there on the streets. This is all the brainchild. This is all the thoughts and devices of the so-called white man. Right, you go into places such as the Tavistock Institute, they come up with these psychological operations, and the number one victim is the children. Children are malleable. If you want to corrupt anyone, the best time to corrupt them is as a child, because a child is more receptive. All right, they're easily molded. So Esau really goes after the children more than anyone else. He's a beast. He's a beast which devours children, man, corrupts their minds, poisons their bodies, and poisons that's this society. This society gives children poison to eat and fills their minds with poison. All right. It says, an astonishing 17 pupils at a single British school are in the process of changing gender. The Mail on Sunday can reveal most of the youngsters undergoing the transformation are autistic. Now, it's already come out that the autism is as a direct result of basically these poisons that are in the food. So that the mothers are eating these poisons. The mothers are being injected with these poisons, and then the children themselves at a very young age, when they're rapidly growing from a small sample of cells, they themselves are injected with poisons, and these poisons are bringing on autism. And every time a doctor comes out and brings out that information, they get blackballed and they get ostracized from the medical community, because within the whole scientific community, all scientific community, There's an agenda which is being pushed, and anyone within that community that comes out against the agenda is ostracized, blackballed, and swept to the side. Just like with evolution, as long as a scientist you promote and accept evolution, then you're gonna get your funding, you're gonna get this, that, and the other. You come out as a scientist and you come up against evolution, you're gonna get blackballed, you're gonna get ostracized, you're gonna get pushed to the side. That's how this devil controls the outcome. All right, this man ain't about truth. This man is only about his own fleshly agenda. All right. It says most of the youngers undergoing the transformation are autistic, according to the teacher there, who said vulnerable children with mental health problems are being tricked into believing they are the wrong sex. Yeah, and they got witches and warlocks that they call psychiatrists and so forth that will come in and, you know, the whistleblower says few of the transgender children are suffering from gender dysphoria, the medical term for someone who feels they are born in the wrong body, but are just easily influenced, latching onto the mistaken belief they are the wrong sex as a way of coping with the problems caused by autism. Earlier this year, the Mail on Sunday revealed that a third of youngsters referred to NHS's only gender identity clinic for children showed moderate to severe autistic traits. So not only are they physically destroying these children with these poisons, causing many of them to develop autism and a whole host of other mental deficiencies, but then they turn around and then steer these children into the way of confusion and perversion, trying to get them to change their. This is why, look, man, if you don't know who the devil is by now, man, you got a serious problem, man. The so-called white man, which is actually the Edomite man. It's not about white. We only say that because that's the paradigm they created. We're trying to get away from that. The Edomite man is the man of sin. This man is beyond, he goes beyond evil, man. And that's all he was set up to do on this planet. And you can't even begin to have a conversation about this man. This man is doing too much. He's doing too much. And he must be taken out the way for the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3, let no man deceive you by any means, for that they shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, shewing himself that he is God. And that's this devil, the so-called white man. He basically is trying to be like the Most High. He's trying to make rules and laws out here. He's trying to redefine nature, redefine creation itself. You understand what I'm saying? This man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, and the Lord raising up the prophets in these last days to tell you people, man, to reveal to you people, when the scripture's speaking about the devil, that old serpent, which is Satan, man, that is talking about the so-called white man, the Edomite man. And things like this, man, should show you what's going on. This man is killing the children in so many different ways. This man is destroying the children. This man has multi-billion-dollar companies like McDonald's, which are solely set up to destroy children. McDonald's is poison food, and it is actually promoted and targeted at your children. Yeah, you go through all the long list of foods which are targeted at children. It's all poison, and everybody knows by now. But at the same time, everybody wants to ignore it, man, because there's a shroud of darkness. While this man gets to run around the world pretending like he cares about children, this man is destroying the children from every angle. This man is going at these children like a spiritual demonic Lamachenko, man. All kinds of angles. He's destroying the minds and the souls and the bodies of children, man. And don't get me started on the pedophilia and the child sex rings that this man is running. Man, hey man, that's why we gotta get out of this place, man. We gotta get the one of the keystones of the gospel is the removal from this man out of authority, man. This man must be taken down out of the seat, man, of authority. All right, because this is the worst case scenario. He's the worst case scenario, man. He's the least He's the least qualified to rule, man. What they call it? What's the word for that again? Yeah, that's the word. A kakistocracy, man. The rule of the worst, man. All right, the rule of the worst, and this is what's happening out here, man. And this is nothing but sin. This is a transgression, man. That's why, when you got the man of sin ruling, basically you got death ruling, man. And that's why this world is consumed with death and everybody's dying and sick. And if you don't believe me, look, man, pretty much everybody's got untold amount of ailments, man. The children are dying. The children are sick as hell. All kind of diseases and problems children got these days, man. Because the man of sin, the man of death is in rulership. The man of decay, of degradation, degeneration. With that, I'm going to say shalom.